right, up next, may look familiar. FC56C says it's not running right, handles broke off, and the tire's missing. So, yeah, let's get into this one. So on this guy, the customer states the handle has obviously broken off. He's lost the wheel to it, and he's having a problem starting it, and it has running problems. If you've seen any of the videos before, you already know. First thing I'm doing with these guys, if they're saying there's a running problem, is taking off this. Take that guy right off. We're going straight to the spark arrestor on these guys. And I can almost tell, just from right here, it's clogged. Let's get this guy out. Let's see if we can lift that up just a touch. And it's a little clogged, but not really. That's actually a pretty good looking one. We are still going to burn this out, get a little bit of carbon, stop the problem before it really gets really bad. But that's actually not so bad, so that's good. That means we can check out a few other things, which this does not look like it's in the absolute best condition, but we're going to blow it off and see if we can get it running right. First up, flame on. That's much clearer. Kind of just resetting it. And that looks pretty good. We'll get it right back in there. Slide right back in. Right back in there. And that's that. We'll go ahead and button this guy back up. Like I said, I always start by putting it back in just like that right here first. And then there it goes. It'll just snap right back in there. Easy peasy. Good. So now that we know we have a clean spark arrestor, let's go ahead and see if we can get this to start up. Let's make sure you're on full choke. Well, no problem starting up and running there. But this is your safety lockout switch, and I can still pull the trigger, and the trigger is getting stuck. We can see from here that, of course, the trigger isn't in there right. So that means this is coming apart, and we're going to have a look at that because that's unsafe. So there's another problem. That wasn't mentioned at all in the customer complaint. They just said had trouble starting and it started on the first pull. So that could contribute to this if they're trying to start it and the trigger's up, something like that. I don't know. It's still turning it off, but let's go ahead and fix this now. All right, let's go ahead and take off this housing. See what we got going on with the trigger. That looks fantastic. Obviously, gonna get all that new new air filter for this. Clean that all out. There's a series of screws you get. Yep, right onto the floor. There we go. All right, now that we have all those guys out, turn it back over. It should lift right up and off. Go ahead and slide the pole out. Let's see what's going on with this trigger here. Seems to be functioning okay. Ah, I see the problem down in there. I hope you guys can see it. The trigger has lost one of its posts. Hope you can see that. So that is supposed to be coming off this side. So we'll get us a new trigger for this. And that's why it's missing the lockout or the safety lever. That's why it's missing it. We got some damage up here on top too. So that's good. Easy fix. We'll go ahead and get a trigger and fix that right up for him. Safety still looks pretty good. Easy peasy. Just a trigger. Let's go ahead and blow this thing out though first, please. Can we please? Oh, here comes the water. Well, gotta go get the water out of the lines, and then we'll keep blowing this out. Alright, there's a lot of water in the line, but you're gonna have that on these big industrial jobs. Well, let's finish blowing this out, shall we? Much better, a little cleaner. There we go. Now we can work a little in here. Alright, so after taking out the spark plug, it doesn't look extremely bad, but we're gonna go ahead and replace that as well. So now that we have a pretty good pick list of everything we know is broken and needs to be replaced, let's go ahead and get that out here. We'll repair it, fix everything broken, and then see if she starts back up like she did on there. It says the customer complains of hard starting, but we got it to fire up on the first go. So if you look right here, if I can get this back up, there's all your pick lists, all the parts that I'm going to be getting. I'll put this back up again here in a second once I get it printed out. So once again, here's your parts list. I hope you can get all of those. This is for the FFC 56C. So there's a nice little parts list for you for everything I'm going to be doing on it. I hope you guys can see that. Now I know what you're saying. Hey, what happened? We were just all apart about to fix all this. Well, we had to order some parts. So there's going to be a part 2 to this guy. I've buttoned it back up. We're going to get the parts ordered, get them here, and then do the repairs. So stay tuned for this guy, because there will be a part 2 coming out when we actually fix everything that I said we were going to fix. I also noticed I didn't put the spark plug number on the list. That's because the STIHL list is different from our list here, but it is a CMR6H spark plug we will be putting in here. You can add that to the list if you have something similar, but yeah, we're gonna put a pin in it and we'll come back to it.